So what stops you from running further? So regardless of whether you've tried a Couch 5K app or not, what stops you from enjoying running or making it work for you? We need some brave people. Come on.
Aches and pains.
Okay, cool. So aches and pains, whereabouts?
Legs.
Yep. So it's not going to be your arms, is it? Awesome. And so those that have done the Couch 5K, does the NHS or any other Couch 5K program you know of help with that? When you get aches and pains, is there any guidance on what to do to stop it? No, there's not. There's nothing. I mean, that is, having aches and pains in your legs means that you've actually managed to run for long enough that to do a little bit of damage to the muscles in your legs, and that's good news actually. Aches and pains are not necessarily a bad thing. Injuries are a bad thing, obviously, but you can expect some soreness in your legs if you've run further than you have in the past. And just the same as you can expect some soreness if you've done anything. If you've walked up a bunch of stairs, further than you have in the past, your muscles aren't used to that, and after a while there will be some damage that starts to occur in the muscle, and when that damage repairs, that's how your body gets fitter. It comes back stronger. The muscles, become more durable to that exercise. So that's key in moving you forward. What else? Puff, yeah. So it's your lungs, isn't it? When your lungs start to burn, and that's what. Has anyone heard of lactic acid? Yeah. So if your lungs are puffing, then chances are your body's starting to accumulate lactic acid in the muscles, and that can also cause some burning. But the whole point of lactic acid and all that is your body trying to stop you from damaging itself. Okay, it's when you get to that state where you can't hold a conversation and things are starting to really burn, especially if your lungs are starting to burn, your body is basically saying, this isn't good for you, I'm scared, let's stop you from doing this as soon as we can. How do we bring that on? How do you make your lungs burn? Not just running. I know running is the obvious answer. Running too fast, yeah? So is that a simple enough answer? I mean, that's for us, that's really it. And the NHS app does not tell you how fast to run, does it? It tells you when to run, when to walk. Give you lots of encouragement, fantastic. Celebrities talking in your ear, you're doing great. Okay, motivation, you're not short of motivation when you go out for a run, are you? When you step out the door, you've got the best intentions. A lot of the time, especially if you're starting up again, for maybe the 5th time you've tried making running work, you're full of motivation and you're going to give it your best shot. But no amount of motivation or support is going to stop the process of your body stopping you. Okay, the only way that you can stop that process of burning lungs, burning legs, sometimes it's cramps. The only way you can stop that process is to slow down, and sometimes you'll recognize that's too late in your run. So you'll start running, and maybe you're running at speed that feels great for, 4 minutes. Some people may last 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but their intention may be to have gone out for at least half an hour, or at least say 5 times further than that actual moment when they start to feel the pain, and you start to wonder what the hell's going on here. I wanted to be out for a lot longer than this, and I'm starting to really suffer. What you're doing to yourself in that moment is that you're causing damage, like that muscle damage that we talked about, which is good for you in the long run, but you don't want that happening that early in a run, because once that's done, you're not going to be able to keep going without really flogging yourself and causing a lot more damage than you really want. If you keep going, you're going to cause damage that is going to take 4 or more days to recover, and therefore you're not going to be able to run the 2 or 3 runs that ideally you'd be doing each week. So it's not in your best interest to just try and push through agony. Okay, what we prefer is right from the start, before you walk out the door, you've told and promised yourself that you are going to keep the intensity down. You're not going to let your lungs burn, and if they do start to burn, that you need to break into a walk or slow down your running. Okay, and the Couch 5K has worked for a lot of people on this planet, thousands and thousands. It's done a fantastic job of getting people running, but I would argue the point of saying that when it was put together back in the 90s, a lot of people who were wanting to run were already quite active. Okay, if you imagine a lot of people, they get to a certain age, they were playing squash or football or really active sports, and they're like, oh, my body's just not good for this anymore. I think I want to go into something a bit more gentle. I'll try running. And they'll go off for a run, and just like you, they'll run too fast, and they'll start to hurt, and they'll go, oh my God, why is this so hard? I'm dying here. I should be fitter than this. But like you, they haven't learned to pace themselves yet, because in a racket sport or a team sport, it's all out and then rest. All out, rest. So the guys that thought up this amazing program, well, they knew what their audience was, and they thought, well, we're going to give them some rest. We're going to make them rest, make them walk. So they run, walk. Chances are they still ran very fast because they're active people, but then they got that rest just like they do in their sport. So applying this program where you're not really made to keep at a certain speed to a sedentary audience, I don't think it's worked. I think it's outdated. So what we've tried to do with our Couch to 5K groups is limit the speeds. Okay, so we'll have two groups tonight. One will go at 6 kilometers per hour, which most of you will, that will be about the speed that you would walk from one shot to the next, if you're not meandering with a child lagging behind or chatting. But if you're trying to get somewhere, it'll be about that speed. So it's kind of a briskish walk. Our faster Couch to 5K group will go at 7 kilometers per hour, and that is a bit faster than you'd want to walk. Okay, so you probably want to move into a jog at that stage. So that's the first decision you'll have to make if you're coming out tonight is, do I go with the slower group or the faster group? Everyone goes the slower one to start with. A lot of people will initially go off with that slower group, and they'll be like, oh my God, hurry up, come on, this is boring, I want to get going, it's too slow for them. So the next session they come to, they'll then move into the faster group. If you feel like you really 6 is too slow, that slow group is way too slow, and you can see the group ahead of you, then just have a chat to one of the leaders that we have tonight to say, I think I'm going to pop up and just catch up with the next group up. You are allowed to do that. What we would prefer that you didn't do, though, is you just gradually run a little bit faster than the group behind you, and they gradually try and run faster to catch up with you. And then the ones at the back, what happens to the ones at the back? Well, they're trying to run at 6.5 kilometers an hour, and they should be running at 6, and they're dying. Okay, so it's really important that we keep our groups together and that we have communication. If someone wants to go faster on that night, then they need to tell other people in the group, I'm after a hard workout tonight. I'm probably going to leave you after 10 minutes or whatever. Which is fine, as long as we communicate. But that's not really an issue for our Couch to 5K groups. Our Couch to 5K groups, they basically stick together like glue. They're really supportive. They know that they need to back each other because they could have a bad day, a bad day at work, or maybe they don't get enough sleep. They show up to a club run, they're under the weather, and maybe they're the one that needs to make sure that the group goes a bit slower and that other people are going to look after them. Our Couch to 5K groups are often our most motivated. They've got 10 weeks to go from 60 seconds of non-stop running to 5K of non-stop running. You can afford to miss a week. You can afford to miss the odd run. But if you miss much more than a week, you have no running for more than a week or two, all of a sudden you're behind and you're trying to do week 3 when everyone else is doing week 5. The runs in week 5 are a lot harder than they are in week 3. So they have to be motivated, they have to keep running. If they can't run with the club, then they run by themselves. And that's one of the things that we want everyone to learn, is not just how to show up and get told how fast to run and where to go. We want everyone to learn how to run by themselves, because that's what you want, right? You want to be able to go on holiday and continue running. You don't want to have, if you get stuck at work, you want to be able to say, okay, I missed the club run. I want to do that run, but I can't do it tonight. Well, I'll do it tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. I can't do it with the club. I'm going to have to do it by myself. Okay, we want everyone to learn how to do that. So that's all part of the process.